This is some sad shit. It's really sad. After looking through not just YouTube, but different other channels, different other platforms and applications, I had decided that dealing with the fact that I only have but one channel that basically that I'm on. I'm not on any other social media platforms. I'm not on Rumble or TikTok or nothing like that. And I think I did the right thing because what I'm witnessing, what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing is a bunch of BS. Nobody talking or communicating what we should do for our communities, nothing like that. But yet Charleston White can go and once again, act a damn fool. And you mean to tell me he can go one-on-one, toe-to-toe with who? Dr. Umar? Try again. Try again. He's stated multiple times. Have you ever heard Dr. Umar say anything about fuck the community? I can say it because I don't really give a fuck. But a person like that, a known figure, who who y'all are giving thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to, a known figure that is known for acting the fool, but yet you'll never hold his feet to the fire. You'll never hold him accountable. So what happened today was, and it's still going on, Trump just introduced more troops, this time in Illinois. What city? The Windy City, Chicago. He's going to have troops climb up in there and clean house. Now, I don't know what that means, but we've been in the martial law for a very, very long time. A very, very long time. It started in Washington. Now they're in Chicago. Who's to say if this man that y'all voted in office is even going to go like Florida? No one fears anymore. White folks do not fear you anymore. I was hoping that we would be a little bit smarter. I was hoping that we would be a little bit smarter. But instead, you continue to do content on dumb shit. Now, I would not be surprised if his next move is going to be, well, it's in LA, Chicago, Washington, possibly Florida, Detroit, Texas, wherever he's going to start with the big cities. He's going to start with the big cities. Then he's going to smooth out the smaller cities. That's all he has to do. That's all he has to do. In the meantime, the rich get richer and the poor get fucked over and out. But you're still making content videos about dumb shit, including Umar videos. I don't know. I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to say to y'all. I don't know what else to do. But this is some critical shit here. Prices are still going up. Food markets are up the wazoo. Even though the housing markets are going down, but you still have to pay 3 times as much as how much you're paying rent for. There are very few people that are going to be taking exotic trips throughout the world even once a year. It's hard to do it. It's hard to do it twice a year. But yet you're still doing content on dumb shit. What's the dumb shit? Like I said, you got the 4 food groups. If you ain't talking about black women, you talking about bitches, you talking about hoes, and you talking about Umar. That's the one of the things that's going to get you views. We're not going to talk about how we're going to rebuild our communities from the ground. We're not going to talk about that because we are psychologically damaged. Black folks are psychologically damaged, and we are spiritually, we're not there. We are not there. Regardless of how you feel about Umar, because I really don't care. There is one thing that this man has said that you ain't take heed to what he has stated. The one word that you, as a black man and as a black woman, should be focusing on, and that's organizing. There's a reason why that came up. That's the reason, one of the reasons why we are in the situation that we are in. Because you are too afraid. You are too afraid and too scared and too stupid to even want to work side by side with one another. Regardless if it's ADOS or if it's FBA or it's Hebrew Israelites, I don't care who you come from. I don't care what cult, what fucking hole y'all crawled out of. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Trump marched armies into Las Vegas. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Hell, I don't even know why he would even bother coming here, because there are no tourists. There's no tourists. There's no tourists. It's a tourist attraction. It's a tourist town, just like New York and in Miami. But all the tourists are gone. They're gone. All because of these tariffs, and that's making him and his cronies filthy rich. And now he is marching militaries into Chicago. I might be wrong. I might be thinking the wrong thing, because Chicago hasn't been all that great for a very, very long time. So I might be thinking wrong. But don't be surprised if you hear anything within the next week or so, when it comes to shootings and crimes and stuff, and how that's going to be cleaned up. But yet You're talking about the same shit every day. And it makes you feel great. It makes you feel good inside. Because you're all about a click and a view. I was contemplating retirement and just letting this shit hang, letting y'all have it because you don't seem to get it. You don't seem to get it. Meanwhile, your babies, unless you're homeschooling them, aren't going to get the proper education that they need. And when you homeschool them, are you going to attend to them 8 plus hours a day? Are you going to have the strength? Are you going to have the energy to homeschool your children? Because let's just face it, you're not going to get the proper education. And you better be right on your substance, your subjects. One wrong move. And I bet you these so-called black teachers aren't going to educate your children properly. Where are the programs, where are the contracts going to come from? You think Donald Trump is going to give your kid a chance? You think Donald Trump is going to let your kid, your black child, your black son, your black daughter, maybe the daughter, because you have no fear of a female, but they do have a fear of an uprising black male. They do have a fear of that. All it takes is a little goalpost being moved. And you're going to be looking for a very, very long time for your son or your daughter moving up in the world because of how this world is going to be reconstructed under Trump. But yet we are still doing videos about dumb shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, keep on rising, or excuse me, falling. Keep on falling. Say goodbye to your communities. Because without each other, or how does the old saying go? Without the black man and black woman reuniting, you're not going to go anywhere. Reuniting, we will win. Divided, you will fall. At least the old heads, they know what to do in the times like this, and they would never, ever let shit like this ride, even with Donald Trump in office. Because people don't even know what to do with themselves. People are just total hypocrites. You are fooling yourself and thinking that you can just doing this on your own, or just separating yourselves and calling yourselves whatever label you want to call yourself. You look real foolish. At least with Umar, with that one word, we can take that one word he described and we can turn it into our own little thing. Organize. Organization. We what do we have? We always want to hold everyone accountable, but you can't even hold yourself accountable. Start with your own goddamn family. Always trying to hold somebody accountable. You don't have that right. You don't have that luxury. You don't have that power. They do. They have all the power, all the glory, all the gold, all the money, all the land. They have nothing to show for it. Thus, you had a series of people. You had money up the wazoo. We still generate money, but we are still the biggest consumers. Dr. Claude Anderson laid it flat out for you in 3 of his books: Black Labor, White Wealth, Powernomics, and Black Little Reader. He laid it out for you, foundational style. But years later, I remember he wanted to put Blacktown in Detroit. Who told him no? People like you and I. People who look like us told this man no, because we already had a community. We already had a foundation. A foundation of what? Chinamen, Asians, Hockey Town, Court Town, Mexican Town. Sort of like Vegas a little bit. Because if you come down Spring Mountain, that's all you see. That's all you see. You don't see any black businesses there. You don't see them. And you know why you don't see them? Because how fucking selfish you are. Because you like spending money on little shit you shouldn't be spending money on. And all we ever said was, have a little sacrifice. Spend money in your communities. Stop marrying outside your goddamn race. Stop marrying people out your race. Because those people don't give a damn about you. But all you're doing is looking for love in all the wrong places. But that black woman didn't do anything for me. Find another one. And let's not forget the history. Let's not forget the history of what happened to us back then. Oh, it's just history. Well, if you learn through it and actually do something about it, we wouldn't be constantly keep talking about our history, the negative side of it. This is totally nuts. But as Trump said, we're going to make the United States of America his bitch. We're going to make the United States of America his bitch. Doesn't matter what I do. Doesn't matter what we do. Doesn't matter what we say. You going up against principalities. But check this out, though. It's not a woman that you should fear. You shouldn't fear a woman. Fear about what Trump's going to do to you when it's all said and done. If you're not cooperative, there's a lot of things he's going to do, unless he somehow ends up sick or allegedly dying or something like that. I mean, it really is not going to matter because he's already laid down the blueprint. He's already laid down the blueprint. And what he's going to do to you is it's going to be like good old slavery again, only behind bars. What you going to say then? He has the power, he has the wealth, he has the influences, he has the resources. What do we have? Absolutely fucking nothing but a bunch of niggas uh, commenting in the chat about some old shit that happened back in the day. Talking about integrity. You don't have an integrity for your fucking selves. You don't have integrity for your women. You don't. Calling them bitches, calling them hoes. Say, we need to control our women. A white man can absolutely control his white woman and actually tell her what to do. Because he has power, he has wealth, he has influence. What do we have? If you tell a black woman what to do, she'll absolutely look at you as like, you out of your damn mind. You are out of your mind and you are out of your league. You have no business. What business do you own? It's amazing how Africans can come over here, get grants from the government, and just start working. But does that really matter? Most of these immigrants come over here and they mind their own business and they absolutely work. They absolutely start working. They don't want nothing from Black Americans or African Americans or whatever you call themselves. They don't want nothing to do with you. All they want to do is work. They know that you have a healthy fear of them. Why do you have a fear of somebody who comes from other countries and all they do is work? That makes no sense. And you fighting over this why? Because they speak a different language? Don't we have more bigger problems than having motherfuckers come overseas and minding their own business and feeding their families? Don't we have work to do as Americans? But no, we're going to talk about money, bitches, and Umar all day. I have a job protecting your black ass. Well, this must be a white boy. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing and keep failing. Keep failing. While the rest of us are going to try to climb out of the hole. The rest of us who do want to talk about communities, who do want to do better, who do want to start putting in a little bit of funding here and there. Because let's face it, all we got is us. And I don't care how much it is that you hate women, how much you hate our black women, you absolutely, positively need them. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the fucking situation is. And regardless if you hate Umar or not, he has done more for this community combine your predecessors. He has done more for this community than you have ever have done in your fucking life. Period. So like I said, you may envy him, you may hate him, you might not want him to exist anymore. But the mere fact of the matter is, who do we have? Can you answer that? Who do we have? Who do we have that's left? Who do we have that could say, "Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Y'all don't like taking instructions. Y'all don't like having people tell you what to do." And I get it. I get it. I totally get it. You're grown. You don't like people telling you what to do. But is this for you or is this for your benefit? Is this for you or is this for the benefit of the community? But you rather hear somebody yell and scream and cuss and carry on. You like Negroes who take a building and put artifacts in it and call it a museum. I get it. You like women who sit in their basements all day and just talk reparations talk, not knowing that you're not going to get. Just face it, you're not going to get reparations. You can just debt that. You can debt that because number one, you ain't got no army. Number two, who do you got that's going to represent you? Didn't you have 3 lesbos and Black Lives Matter take $3 billion from the community? But you want to blame everything on Umar, who barely, in my opinion, couldn't even hold $1 million. You've been spoiled. You have been spoiled rotten. We have been spoiled rotten by many other influences in the community. I get it. I could just tell you what I know. After listening to Umar throughout the years, I can tell you this. He's more realer than you can ever get. Like him or not. All I got to say is give it a try. Give it a shot. Hell, if you feel that bold, help him finish what he started. Because as far as I'm concerned, you don't have nothing else. You have nothing else. We got black folks who are firemen. We got black folks who are police officers. We got black folks here. We got black folks there. That's individualism. Can you point something that's systematic? No, you cannot. But Abraham Taribe, I can say, is consistent because he systematically is growing Africa rebuilding Africa from within. Abraham Taribe can say the things that he can say because he does his job. Kick the French out. Tell Donald Trump to go to hell. Tell Bill Gates kick rocks. He can do that, and he has done it. But we don't want to celebrate Abraham Taribe building up Burkina Faso from within. And he's only, 34 years of age. But we don't want to represent, we don't want to help represent any of that stuff because he's in Africa. He's in Africa. Why? I'm not from Africa. I bet you if you go to ancestry.com, uh, take a little bit of blood. I bet you, you'll find people, you'll have people from Africa who are related to you. I bet you. We got foundational Black Americans that found foundational. You mean fundational? You're weak. Weak. You keep doing your thing. Just keep doing your thing. Keep running down women to the ground. Pretty soon you're gonna be by yourselves. And I'm not talking about all these brothers out here, because there are brothers who have common sense. Hell, there are brothers out here who don't even entertain none of this stuff because it's all bullshit. They with their women. Outside of this here, they're with their women. They're married to their women. They are not. I bet you if you had conversation, if I had a conversations, if I went down Las Vegas Boulevard and if I start having conversations with all my brothers and sisters who have somebody, and I build I build a rapport with them, and I ask them questions, I bet you they say, we don't have an easy life with each other, but we understand each other because we communicate. And we don't communicate none of that bullshit that's online. And even the people that are online that are married, some of y'all are unhappy. Totally unhappy. Why? Because the world is not doesn't dance to your tune. It's not your oyster, because you don't have nothing. You're not in control of the things. Donald Trump and his cabinet of Republicans, they are in control. What do you have? You're just, as far as I'm concerned, you're just like me, working a 9 to 5, hoping that you don't get fired. Oh yeah, they let go of at least thousands of more people throughout the months. Thousands more. Without, I'll tell you this much, without people managing the crops, you are going to get nothing but GMOs. Without people managing the crops, which Donald Trump got rid of most of the Mexicans, the illegals as he calls them, you're going to have nothing but GMOs and AMLs or whatever they call them things. You ain't going to have nothing but problems from here on in. Nothing but problems. What do you think about that? Just imagine having no farmers, no nothing around. You don't even, most of you don't even plant in your backyard, but you buy food in the grocery store, and none of that. And Sprouts, let's just keep it a buck. Not every, none of this food is 100% healthy. None of this shit is. Not even the generic foods are 100% healthy for you. But you're steadily going by killing yourselves. Not only with bad foods, but with bad mouths, because you're psychologically and spiritually broken. They broke you. They totally broke you. Keep making your Umar content though. Keep making your Umar videos. Keep on hating on the man because at least he's trying something. At least he's trying something that you're not, and you're relying on a Republican, and you're relying on a rapper. You're relying on a Republican, and you're relying on a rapper. Umar cares about his people. Umar cares about his people so much that he had sacrificed his own time, many, many years of him just getting his own, being in his own position and making his own money. But he instead sacrificed his time and his life for you ingrates. He is as real as it gets. You don't even have respect. You don't even have the respect of your own people, man. And it's sad. Very, very sad. So keep on making your Umar content. Keep on making your Umar content, and based on what you wanted him to do, start small. Start this, start that. That's not his dream. That's not his vision. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, don't be surprised if Donald Trump hits your city. Do not be surprised. And don't even ask questions either. Don't even ask questions. Just when you look outside your window and you see that military marching down the street and they tell you to get inside your house, you ain't got no other choice. You have no other choice unless you want to go to jail or worse. And don't start burning American flags. That's a year in jail. Did you know that? That's right. Niggas don't know shit.